Alright, I'm doing a video here on TMC's orientation and hiring process, training process. I've had a lot of guys ask me, being out here on the road and stuff like that, is it worth it? Because everybody knows, you go through a long time, anybody that knows anything about it. It's a lengthy process, of the orientation, the training, the whole phase. It's like 7 weeks. Excuse me. To give you a brief rundown of it, you get out there, you do 4 days of classroom stuff. That's, insurances, taking tests. They want to make sure you can read a map, do, logging and stuff by hand. You understand the logs and you understand the driving hours and stuff like that. They want to make sure you understand how, what different things are. They want to make sure you know how to add, that you can read the Trucker's Bible, the FMSCA handbook that's, like an inch thick or whatever. It's got every rule in it. They want to make sure you can look that stuff up. And then they send you through 3 days of load securement. It's kind of a brief rundown of how they secure different loads and stuff like that, and the processes that they use and procedures. How they expect it done, and they don't mess around about it. They don't say that only one way is the highway, but they do say that you've got to have this much securement for this type of load, which is above and beyond DOT's, in my opinion, because I've done done the math on a few of them, and there's certain loads that DOT might require 5 chains, TMC requires 6. I know there's some of you guys out there that might see this, it's been flatbedding for a while, and go, oh, well, you don't need that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, I hope I'm not running in front of you when you got a suicide coil on the back of it, and you only put 5 chains on it, and one of those chains happens to be weak, because you don't know it, and it breaks, and it rolls over you, and you become a pancake. So, I understand a lot of you guys have been running flatbed for a long time, and I don't know it all, but I'd much rather have the extra chain on it, keep myself safe, or if my family or your family's in front of me in case something happens. I know it takes a little extra time to throw an extra chain and an extra binder on it, but 5 to 10 minutes of spending that time, if one of your loved ones are in front of you, and you have to stop fast, you might not know it's your loved one that's in front of you. They might, whatever. Or it could be one of your loved one's friends that you don't know about. That coil comes loose, it's going to make you a pancake and make them a pancake. 40,000 pound coil suicide, if it breaks loose and comes forward, there ain't nothing stopping it except for Sir Isaac Newton. So call it what you want. The other thing they got, you do 5 days of driving and backing. They want to make sure you can back a truck. They want to make sure you can drive the truck. They want to make sure you can shift the truck. Safety's a big thing with TMC. That's one of the reasons why I chose TMC. I'm here to tell you, I got a buddy. He works for another company. It's a flatbed company. His training process might have been 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks, the only thing he strapped, chained, or secured to a trailer was timber. That's it. He can strap down a load of 2x4s with the best of them. But when it comes to other things, he don't know. And they didn't really send him through a class like what TMC did. He only had 2 weeks, and then they threw him out there to the wolves. Over those 2 weeks, the only thing he hauled was timber. That was it. Just timber. He still has to call, and I'm not saying I don't have to call. I've asked a couple different people on certain loads that I've ran across. I was like, how do I do this one? And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with asking a question. The only dumb question is a question not asked. So, with that being said, yes, it's worth it. After you get done with the orientation process, which is 2 weeks, you got to go through like 5 weeks of driver trainer, and that way you can get exposed to different types of loads, see a different mindset or a way of doing things on how to secure loads. These trainers have been with the company for a while, and so they've seen a lot of different loads. And you learn different ways of doing things that might help you speed things up when you get out there on your own. and not to say you're going to run into every load that you're going to come across that you're going to have to chain or strap or whatever. You know, you can't do that in 5 weeks. You can't do that in 5 years. You know, there's people that that I've talked to that they've hauled a load that other people that would be standing there in the same conversation go, I ain't never hauled one of those. And both these people have been driving for 7-8 years. So, with that being said, yes, TMC's orientation process is worth it. If you're looking to get into trucking and you want to, do flatbed, I would definitely consider TMC. So, any other questions, hit me up. Do the best I can to answer them. Talk to you later. Bye.